Okay, what's up, guys? Curve Crusher here. I just want to give a quick shout out to Google. I think, not Google, sorry, Global. I think Global's doing an awesome job, and I'm going to show you how. Okay, so they post this article. This article today actually came out today, and it says masks are more important than disinfectant for COVID-19 prevention, experts say. And I got so excited about this because if there's one thing I like more than disinfecting things and keeping everything totally sterile, it's masks, right? Because we know that masks are key in preventing this. And even though, I know we don't have any like, I haven't seen any. If you guys have found some studies that show that masks actually work, like not in hospitals, obviously we work in hospitals, but like in the public to reduce the spread of COVID-19, please share them, okay? Because right now all we really have is a hardcore belief in that on common sense. We don't actually have any scientific studies that shows that they work, but that's cool. But we know they do, right? But I'm looking at this thinking, okay, that's awesome. Finally, they're going to give me some good evidence that it works. Not only that they work in public, but that they work even better than disinfecting surfaces. So this is great, huh? And I'm so excited. But then I'm reading this headline. This is the problem. Okay, here's the problem with the article is that when you read it, it says crazy stuff like this. Um, as gyms and restaurants reopen across Toronto and other parts of Canada, you probably don't need to worry much about catching COVID-19 by touching a treadmill or a menu. What? So now they're saying that you don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I'm thinking like, well, this article is going to be all about how great masks are, but it's really just about how useless disinfecting is. Okay, so while it's technically possible to catch novel coronavirus by touching contaminated surface and then touching your mouth or nose, it's pretty unlikely. Okay, so where are they going to start talking about the masks? Because I thought this was about masks. I never said zero. I never say 100%. Blah blah blah. It says here, okay, it's a mode of transmission. Okay, so I'm kind of reading this whole thing here, and it doesn't really talk about masks. It talks about how much you don't really need to worry about picking it up off a contaminated surface. Well, this is a little bit of a problem for me because now if you actually read the article, what's going to happen is people are going to start letting their guard down. Look at this. It's a very wimpy virus, she said. It doesn't take any kind of special measures to clean it or kill it. If people read stuff like this, they're going to start calming down and realizing this is not such a big deal. So this article wasn't even about how good masks are. It was about how useless working so much, to disinfect everything is, how it's not really that important. Okay. And this is problematic. So, but luckily for them, luckily for Global, and this is the good thing about the saving grace is that even though this article had practically nothing to do with masks, at least they save it with this headline. So if it wasn't for this headline, this would have been a bunch of stuff to, let people have their guard down, get outside, start moving around, start exercising, and spreading this thing all over the place. But luckily, they got this headline. So I give like a 2 out of 10 for the actual article itself. I give a 10 out of 10 for the headline, making it sound like this article is really about how great the masks are, right? Even more so than disinfecting. Like I said, if you read the article alone without the headline, you would think that if you just read the article and not the headline, you would think that the disinfectant was just not that much needed. But luckily, the headline is a saving grace and makes you realize that the masks are really, really, really important. Good work on the really good headline, Global, and really crappy work on the actual information that you included therein. Okay, don't forget, guys, crush the curve, and don't just crush the curve, annihilate the curve, right? Like annihilate it like it's a child with an ice cream cone and go and smack it right out of its hands to totally just crush their spirit. That's what you want to do with the curve. Okay, follow me for more tips.